Have you ever thought about what truly draws a woman's attention and reaches her on a deeper level? We often miss the subtle signals, those quiet but powerful cues that can spark real, lasting interest. Today, we're uncovering what most people overlook, not just tips or tricks, but the insights that unlock a genuine connection. This isn't about following a checklist. It's about understanding what really matters to her and using that to create moments that feel authentic and unforgettable. Imagine walking away with a whole new perspective on what women respond to, one that goes beyond the surface. I'm here to help you see those cues clearly, to recognize what's often hidden and bring it to life in a way that stands out. These aren't just details. They're the keys to real attraction and connection. So if you're ready to move past the typical advice and dig into something real, listen closely. This is where the journey begins, to connect in a way that's felt and not just seen. Leaving a memorable impression is about more than just showing one side of who you are. It's about unveiling layers in a way that keeps her guessing, sparking genuine curiosity. Imagine you're usually relaxed and go with the flow, the type who doesn't seek the spotlight. Then one evening during a quiet dinner, you suddenly suggest a game of pool at a nearby arcade or challenge her to a fun competition. This unexpected shift creates intrigue, leaving her curious about what else might be beneath the surface. People are naturally drawn to complexity, especially when it's unpredictable. Maybe you're the dependable, thoughtful kind, always considerate. But now and then let her see a playful side. Perhaps by surprising her with an impromptu plan like a late-night drive to watch the city lights. This small twist in character adds excitement, making her wonder, what else could he have in store? It's this dynamic of stability and spontaneity that makes you stand out. This isn't about acting out of character. It's about showing the many facets of who you are. When you reveal unexpected qualities, you're inviting her to explore the depth of your personality, keeping her intrigued. Let her see that you're both steady and spontaneous, the friend she can trust, but also the one who brings an element of surprise. These touches of mystery, combined with authenticity, create a connection that's as magnetic as it is memorable. So embrace these contrasts. Show her that you're confident enough to be kind and bold, laid back yet adventurous. This balance of qualities, this ability to mix unexpected sides of yourself, will capture her interest and make her want to know you on a deeper level. Imagine leaving her with a lingering thought, a spark that keeps her thinking about you long after the conversation ends. There's a subtle way to create this lasting impression, a touch of contrast that captures her curiosity and leaves her wondering. As you're talking, you could casually mention an appreciation for something she doesn't embody. Just to mix things up, maybe she's got a laid-back, earthy vibe, and you mention how much you admire the bold, adventurous energy of someone you met who once packed up and traveled across Europe on a whim. You're not comparing. You're simply adding an intriguing layer that might make her wonder what else draws your attention. This little contrast isn't about making her feel less interesting. It's about giving her a reason to wonder. She might think, what type of energy does he really go for? Or, what is it about that kind of person that he finds so fascinating? This tiny seed of curiosity keeps her mind revisiting the conversation, wondering if there's something she hasn't quite figured out about you. It's not about games. It's about showing her that there's a mystery to you, a depth she hasn't fully uncovered. Let's say she's thoughtful and calm, and you bring up a story about an outgoing friend who once started a dance circle at a concert. By mentioning a contrasting quality, you're sparking intrigue without saying much at all. She'll start thinking about how she fits in with your life, what unique qualities she brings to the dynamic. Done right, this approach keeps her curious about what makes her stand out to you. It's a delicate balance of mystery and genuine interest that creates a connection that goes beyond words, leaving her with a question that lingers, and that's where true intrigue begins. Most people hold back on giving constructive feedback, fearing it might disrupt the positive flow. But what if, done thoughtfully, a bit of honest feedback could actually strengthen your connection? Imagine the impact of offering a few well-chosen words that show you're paying attention and value authenticity. Let's say she's crafted a story or project she's proud of, and while you appreciate it, you gently suggest a small tweak to make it even better. By doing so, you're letting her know that your words aren't just for praise, they're based on genuine care and respect. The truth is, people cherish things that feel rare and sincere, and compliments are no exception. When she realizes you're willing to give gentle, honest feedback, she'll know your compliments aren't just casual gestures, but reflections of what you genuinely appreciate. This mix of kindness with sincerity makes every compliment count. It builds trust and adds depth to your connection, making each compliment feel more valuable. In a world where flattery can often feel shallow, a touch of realness and honesty truly sets you apart. By grounding your words in authenticity, you give her something to look forward to, a compliment that's earned, not given lightly. This balance of sincerity and thoughtfulness will leave a lasting impression, as she'll recognize that your words are a true reflection of what you value about her. When she knows that your compliments are real and rare, they become treasures, adding a meaningful layer to your bond that's not easily forgotten. When she brings up something she's not entirely confident in, like her attempts at painting, it opens a chance for you to encourage her in a thoughtful, indirect way. Rather than focusing on her current skill, you might share something like, "I really admire people who can express themselves through art. It's incredible how they can bring their thoughts to life with just colors and shapes." Your words aren't directed at her specifically, but they can still plant a meaningful seed. She may start to think, maybe I could explore that side of myself a bit more. It's not about pushing her or making her feel inadequate. It's about sharing your appreciation for a skill that resonates with you and leaving space for her to find inspiration there if she chooses. When you approach it this way, it becomes more than just a compliment. You're giving her a sense of freedom and the subtle encouragement to think about her own potential. That gentle nudge, wrapped in admiration, stays with her and might even motivate her to take up a brush, explore something new, and see where it leads her. This approach allows her to feel empowered to grow at her own pace, and it creates a dynamic where your words have a lasting positive impact without any pressure attached. In the end, it's about making her feel seen, inspired, and free to explore the best version of herself. Owning up to a personal flaw before she even notices it can be a surprisingly effective way to build a genuine connection. When you openly acknowledge a quirk or weakness, you're showing a level of comfort and self-confidence that isn't just refreshing, it's magnetic. Imagine this. Instead of trying to hide the fact that you're terrible at directions, you might smile and say, "I have a terrible sense of direction, so if we get lost, it's on me." This simple admission, paired with a lighthearted approach, not only shows you're comfortable with yourself but adds a fun, relatable moment to the conversation. There's something disarming about self-awareness. By sharing an imperfection, you're letting her know you don't take yourself too seriously, and it creates a space where both of you can be real, without the pressure of trying to impress. Sharing a flaw without self-deprecation makes you approachable and can deepen the connection. It's like saying, "I'm not here to be perfect, and that's okay." In turn, this gives her room to relax and feel accepted for who she truly is. Openness and empathy lay the groundwork for real connection, and revealing a vulnerability can lead to a stronger bond. When you embrace a quirk or imperfection with confidence, it creates a natural, authentic dynamic that feels meaningful and lasting. This blend of openness and humor invites mutual respect, helping her feel seen and understood. By simply embracing who you are, you set the stage for a relationship based on honesty and acceptance, a foundation where both of you can feel free to be yourselves. Sometimes it's those small, unplanned moments of warmth that make the deepest impression. Don't hesitate to show a softer, affectionate side when it feels right. It can bring you both closer in a genuine way. If she does something that makes you laugh or smile, let yourself respond openly. Maybe she has a charming habit or says something unexpectedly funny, and you respond with a light, playful touch on the arm, or a warm smile that says you're genuinely enjoying the moment. It's not about a grand gesture. It's about sharing a bit of real, spontaneous connection. These small gestures can strengthen your bond by letting her feel appreciated in a natural, comfortable way. A quick, friendly squeeze on the shoulder or a light-hearted high five shows her that you're attentive and that you're comfortable sharing these moments. Keep it casual, especially early on, so that it feels authentic and unforced. This gentle form of affection, expressed without pressure, creates a space for her to feel seen and valued. It's a simple yet powerful reminder that you're present and engaged, connecting without the need for constant words. When you embrace these moments with sincerity, it creates a memorable warmth between you both. It's not about overwhelming her, but about offering a soft, genuine gesture that speaks volumes, showing her that you're open to real, heartfelt connection. Opening up about your passions can be an incredible way to build a connection, especially when you're open to her perspective. Sharing a personal interest, like your fascination with the stars and astronomy, and then asking her, "Have you ever thought much about the universe?" creates a moment of curiosity. Her answer might give insight into her interest in connecting with you. If she says she's interested, it could suggest she's genuinely intrigued by what excites you. And if it's not something she's into, she might still find herself wondering later if that response mattered to you. This simple exchange creates a comfortable space where she feels appreciated for sharing her honest views, without any pressure to impress. It's not about seeking validation or expecting a certain answer. It's about building a thoughtful dialogue where you're both free to express what you genuinely enjoy. By asking her opinion, you invite her into your world and open the door to discovering new perspectives together. What's powerful about this approach is the natural intrigue it adds to the conversation. It lets her reflect on how your interests connect and perhaps imagine how those shared passions might grow. The balance of openness and genuine curiosity you bring shows that you're not just interested in impressing her. You're curious about her own unique view of the world. This warmth and attentiveness creates a foundation of trust and comfort, making her feel both understood and inspired as she uncovers more about who you are. Establishing clear boundaries is a powerful way to show self-respect and build a foundation of trust. It's not about creating distance. It's about expressing what matters to you in a calm, respectful way. For example, if you value uninterrupted time when you're working or focusing on a project, let her know that it's important for you to have that space. By setting this boundary, you're showing her that you prioritize both your commitments and your relationship by ensuring quality time in both areas. Similarly, if you have a strong stance on social media privacy, communicate this openly. Maybe you're not comfortable with sharing every aspect of your relationship online. Explain your reasons in a way that highlights your values around privacy and presence. This transparency sets a tone of mutual respect, allowing her to understand your needs without feeling uncertain. Boundaries like these reflect integrity and confidence, two qualities that are deeply attractive. They create a space where both of you can feel secure and valued, knowing each person's priorities and limits. By respectfully setting these boundaries, you invite a connection that's both grounded and authentic, fostering admiration and understanding. When she's curious about whether you're dating anyone else, you don't need to feel boxed into a straightforward answer. Instead, try bringing a playful twist that keeps the conversation light and engaging. You might say something like, "Well, I think there might be a few people who would be happy to take me out for coffee." This kind of response keeps things friendly and fun, subtly hinting that you're not in a rush, and perhaps that your attention is valuable. By answering this way, you're showing that you're comfortable with who you are and that you have a life filled with interesting connections. Women often find it appealing when someone has options, as it naturally implies self-confidence and a sense of independence. Instead of coming across as overly focused on impressing her, you're letting her see that you're happy and secure in your own life, which adds a layer of intrigue. This approach keeps the atmosphere lighthearted, allowing you both to enjoy getting to know each other without any unnecessary pressure. It sends a message that you're not urgently seeking validation, but are open to a meaningful connection if it naturally develops. By staying relaxed and humorous, You're inviting her to be curious and invested in getting to know you better, which can create a dynamic that's both enjoyable and memorable. As you put these tips into action, remember that the goal is a genuine connection, one that resonates because it's rooted in who you are. Take your time, let things unfold naturally, and trust that being authentic always makes the most impact. Each of these ideas works best when approached with sincerity, adding depth to your relationships in a way that feels true to you. If you have any questions or want more examples, feel free to leave a comment, and next time we'll be making you sickly confident. Thanks so much for watching, and here's to building meaningful and unforgettable relationships. See you next time.